Hello everybody. Now today I'll be talking about Mars and its effect on all of us. Mars is considered the planet of wars, and in our Hindu astrology, Indian astrology rather, it is considered to be Kartikeya, that is Devtaon ke Senapati, that is general of the gods. It's a son of Lord Shiva and is considered immensely powerful. But Mars is energy. It has is neither negative nor positive. People are very scared of Mars. I think it's wrong. Mars is just gives great impetus. Mars is physical form of sun. You can say very powerful. It can really create tremendous changes. But we are scared of Mars for no rhyme or reason. I have seen horoscopes where it does tremendous results. It gives tremendous abilities. Yes, there are some qualities of Mars. We'll discuss that. Mars is our planet of power, fire, energy, everything, and quite a bit in physical sense. It's a very physical and powerful planet. It gives, if Mars is very powerful in first house, it gives great amount of energy. If other planets are very good, it gives great amount of energy. Mars, in a positive sense, can be, say, someone like Bhim. In a negative sense, it can be someone like Duryodhan. Mars is energy. His role is just energy. Energy can either light up the house if it is controlled and restrained, or it can burn down the house. So to consider Mars a bad planet is a mistake. It can be ferociously good. I mean, I use a strong word deliberately. Ferocious and good can't go together, but I'm deliberately using it. Or it can be ferociously bad if it is very powerful. So right today, let's talk of Mars. What does it do exactly? Let's take various positions and various combination of Mars. If Mars is with Sun, Sun is a planet of glory, power, energy, everything. Sun is the soul, and there are two planets we have, Sun and Mars, which are basically planets of karma and highly powerful Purush planets. Even Jupiter is considered that, but Jupiter is a quiet, noble planet. We'll discuss that later. But Mars is tremendous energy. When with Sun, normally it will be eclipsed by Sun. It will be combust. When it is eclipsed by Sun, then Mars normally becomes a kind of subject of Sun, king. King controls energy. That if Sun is very good, then Mars can be great and wonderful. Otherwise, Mars can be bad also. Let's take Mars when it is a moon. Mars in moon can flare up the emotions. It can simply give ferocity or the fire to the emotions if it is very strong. If Mars is not strong, it can simply just give energies which just comes like a whimper, just comes like a whimper and goes off if it is a moon. But strong Mars with moon gives that great energy, and it can give a mother who can be very fiery and powerful also. But it's a planet with great energy. Now Mars with Jupiter, but if this combination is aspected with Jupiter, it can give great positive energy. Moon, Mars, aspect with Jupiter is a very good combination. If Mars is sitting with Saturn, this is somewhat dangerous because these two are opposite to each other. Saturn is a very cold planet and Mars is very fiery. So they can, in a rare case, yes, if they are strongly aspected with Jupiter, they can create some kind of balance. But invariably, this combination gives blow hot, blow cold type. You could be somebody who just blows up 1 minute and second shows a lot of coolness. So, and Mars is Mercury. Mercury is a planet of intellect. With Mars can make you very argumentative, very good in discussions and these things, but it can give you that energy which can be very deadly. But it's dangerous in one respect. It can make you if it is not a good combination, it can mean a person who argues aggressively, vehemently and tries to control others. And it can also give some kind of attitude where you just believe, don't let others speak really. You could be great speaker, but you could be somebody who just throttles others' ability to speak. So Mars, now then let's come with Mars is Venus. Venus is planet of love and romance. Mars is a very physical planet. If this combination is beautifully aspected with Jupiter, it can give great intensity of love and affection. It could be something in a spiritual sense, something like Mira's fiery, intense, powerful love. But if it is not Mars Venus, is a very low sexual, sensual love. it can create a character which just goes slam bang and whatnot. I don't want to elaborate much. It can mean somebody who just believes in physical relationships here, there, with no real commitment. But Mars, Venus and Moon together could make it much better. But Mars, Venus powerfully aspected to Jupiter could create a wonderful positive character also. Mars, Venus is a very strong combination. Then we come to Mars, because Mars is also planet of sexuality and Venus is planet of romance. So this gives physicality to the sexuality. Whereas if it is controlled with Jupiter very well, then it can mean intensity of love and beautiful intensity of love. Then let's come to Mars with Rahu. Mars with Rahu is, well, it can be very dangerous if it is not aspected with Jupiter. It can mean your tendency to devastate, your tendency to explode, secret qualities to plan, scheme or something. In a very bad case, if Saturn is bad and other planets are bad, it can even create people who can be violent, aggressive and scheming. Mars with Ketu, this is very dangerous because Mars is fiery, Ketu with Mars becomes very fiery. With this combination, this can create a person who is very explosive in temper, who can just explode unnecessarily. Especially Mars is a lot of first house or in the first house. This combination is very deadly. If it is very powerfully aspected with Jupiter, very good. And backed by a very good moon, then this combination can be good. Combination can also mean restlessness energy, great energy, and then spiritual energy also. But if moon is weak, moon is very weak, and Mars-Ketu combination is there with no aspect Jupiter, it can create a person who just explodes for no rhyme or reason. Somebody who has very serious temperamental issues, and chances are because of previous karma, the person doesn't know when to hold his temper or her temper and just explode. This is a very deadly combination. Now, which Rashi's Mars is sitting is very important. If it is in fiery signs, it's more comfortable. In watery signs, it is very can create a lot of fire, especially in Pisces and Cancer. It can give floods, other things if it is very strong. And Mars in other signs depends. It can give you a lot of energy, but Mars is a planet, I'll qualify again, it's a planet of energy. It is not a negative planet, it's just planet of energy. It just gives great ability to do things. And what kind of things you do, that depends on your other planets, other personality also. So Mars is very important. Now, why I'm talking of Mars so strongly today? Tomorrow morning we are entering a very important phase of Mars. Mars is retrograde nowadays till 13th November, is going to enter Pisces. Pisces is a watery sign, and in Mars in Pisces from tomorrow morning from 9:10 a.m. is going to be there till 24th December. And right now it is going to be in a very strong aspect of Sun. Sun in Virgo, Mars in Pisces. This opposition is something which can be very strong. I anticipate, according to me, because Saturn is very good right now, Rahu can also be good for some people, especially for Pisces. Lot of fiery energy which can lead to very positive actions. If overall planet horoscope is very good, this combination could actually really give a character which comes out with a lot of strength. I expect, this is my feeling of course, because astrology has to be combined with some intuition, some kind of very positive rising all over. You may have a lot of energy, a lot of power, and a lot of assertion of people, a lot of positive energy at high level, and otherwise people may express themselves much more. And I hope Mars is very youthful, very energetic. Under the aspect of Sun, it could make a person very energetic, very powerful, and in a position where they can take authority very well. For Pisces people, it can be very good. For Aries, but this combination can be interesting, very interesting, because it's 12th and 6th. This can mean person who just goes on a spending spree unnecessarily, fighting spree unnecessarily. If it is Jupiter is very good in the horoscope, otherwise it could mean spending in a very positive way. In Taurus, it can be very gainful. Mars is 11th, Sun is 6th, where it can be very good. Can mean big gains, inflated, fiery, good gains coming from government especially. For Gemini, it's 4th and 10th. So this is a sign where you could be more inclined to do your karma more strongly, more fiery, in a more fiery way. But must remember, Mars can give both positive and negative energy. Second, we come to Mars in Cancer, in ninth and third. Ninth Mars and third is Sun. Good sign, but watery signs and everything can give sudden explosion at times to temper. And Mars is going to be in opposition to Jupiter till to Sun. I'm sorry, Mars and Sun are in opposition till 16th of October. After that, Mars is going to aspect Neech Sun for 1 month, but that creates Neech Bhang because Mars will be aspecting whenever a planet is aspected by a planet where it is Ucha, exalted, because Sun is exalted in Aries, which is house of Mars. Neech Bhang takes place, so Mars aspecting Sun won't be bad. So till 16th of November, I expect lots of changes all over, and I expect a lot of fiery changes all over, and I hope and pray it's for very, very good. I rather feel very confident it will be very good. The reason I feel very confident is very good is Saturn and Rahu are very beautifully placed nowadays. Saturn in Capricorn and Rahu in Taurus. This can bring very good results to some Rashis. So don't fear it. This combination can just means flaring up of energy. Flare up of energy doesn't mean anything very bad. Then Mars in Leo. Leo Mars in 8th and Sun in 2nd can be bad. One needs to be careful about health, overexertion, avoid overexertion, avoid too much of strain, be careful about your eating habits and other things. Then Libra. Libra Mars is 6th and Sun is 12th. This means more expensive than other things, but Mars will give you a lot of energy to settle a lot of things. And hope that Sun doesn't give you the unnecessary expensive and government things. You could settle a lot of issues with authorities in a positive way. Mars in Scorpio, well, it's very interesting. Sun is 11th and Mars is 5th and Lagnesh in 5th, aspected by a lot of 10th. There's a very good chance those who are expecting a great change in the career, they may have a great change in career now. There is a very good possibility they might become very assertive to do something different. Because reason is they have Ketu in first house and Rahu in 7th. So this can give that unnecessary pluck, rather necessary pluck. I'm sorry, unnecessary word is wrong here. Necessary pluck and confidence and that bit of rashness to do things boldly. Then we come to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Mars is 4th, Sun is 10th. Sun in 10th is very good. Mars in 4th, it can create some kind of restlessness which gives you the desire to do something bigger, but be careful, don't make very, very big plans. Good advantage you have is Jupiter in your first house, so this will give you certain amount of sanity in your work. Then Capricorn, Makar Rashi. Mars is going to be 3rd and Sun is going to be 9th. This could give you a lot of vitality, a lot of energy. Utilize that. There may be conflicts with the government, but that could be very positive. You could utilize it in a very positive way. Then Aquarius, Mars is going to be 2nd, Sun is 8th. This is going to be dicey situation because Mars and Sun in 8th is not the best combination to have. But don't worry, Rahu Ketu are there in 4th and 10th and Jupiter is very good. You may have the energy and power to do things better, but you need to get more energy within yourself. You need to be far more energetic with yourself and be controlled in your speech. Your speech needs restraint. Then Pisces, Mars in first house in Rashi, Sun in 7th. Thankfully, Saturn is 11th and Rahu in 3rd. This is a combination which can either create that pluck and power and fire to do something very different and positive, or it can also mean rushing into things where you are safe because Saturn and Rahu, but rushing into things which could be very, very rough and dangerous. It could be walking on marshy lands, on one says, because Mars is going to be in a water sign, and very fiery Mars in water sign, aspected powerfully by Sun, which is watery, which is a fiery planet, could mean a lot of fire in a very cool person otherwise, and could give some kind of energy, something, because wonderful Saturn and Rahu, if this could give great gains and leap up in your life, or it could also mean you just saved because Saturn and Rahu. Overall, I would say For Pisces people, it needs to be, it's an unusual period. Till, especially till 16 November, after that till 24 December. And I really wish you all the very best for Mars. Best way to handle Mars is, remember, it is energy, it is power, it's fire. It's not good, it's not bad, it is just energy. Energy is energy. If it is a very good energy, then it gives you power and fire like Arjun. If it is Jupiter kind of energy, it gives great power, great strength, great abilities to do great things. If it is negative, it can give, if it is negative in the sense, no good aspect of Jupiter, just very powerful Mars, it can make you like Saddam Hussein, or it can make you like, even I'm not so comfortable taking names of Saddam Hussein, or it could be Duryodhan or somebody, where it gives you a lot of energy, a lot of power to do negatives. So let's hope it doesn't matter to any one of you. Doesn't happen to anyone of you. Like Hitler had tremendous power of Sun and Mars both in Aries. He had great power and great authority, but because of bad Jupiter with Ketu, he became very negative. His power became very, very negative. So Mars is mere energy. Had he been very lucky not to have Jupiter Ketu combination and a very good aspect of Jupiter on Mars and Sun, he may have been a very positive energy. But that was not to be. That's the will of Lord Krishna. I wish you all a lot of strength, a lot of confidence, a lot of happiness. And for Mars, be ready for the changes from tomorrow morning. Mars keeps changing very fast. It's not a planet which waits for a long time. And is retrograde, it's doubly strong. Retrograde planet is double in strength, one says. So it's going to be in a watery sign with a lot of fire. Expect a lot of changes, a lot of action, and lot of action all over the world, I guess. All the very best to all of you, and my love and best wishes to all of you. Do your best and take care, and love always to you.